Time to bring the bass back.
Mix is the beat of our culture. Our stories.
So I see myself having a couple number one albums.
Spotlighting inspiring content from Generation Mix. The next generation of creators, artists, and filmmakers. Our music. Discover fresh artists first from around the world. Uniquely Filipino.
It's hard to get this energy anywhere else.
Mix is the beat of our culture.
Hey guys, it's Sam and 2Ms and welcome to this MYXclusive interview. Woo, I hope you guys are all having a great day so far. I stuttered a little bit, I apologize, but I hope you guys have been having a great day, and I'm so excited to be here with all of you because in just a bit, I'll be having a very special guest who will be joining me. She's a very empowering and crazy talented artist, and she is actually part of Paradise Rising's most recent EP, Semi-Lucent 2, with her track Situation. So I'm so excited to have her on the show. Actually, she's been on MYXclusive before, but I'm excited to have her here with me for the first time. So everyone, please welcome to MYXclusive DAZE. Woo!
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Hi, DAZE. Thank you for joining us once again. I'm so excited to have you here. Of course, I'm so excited. But how have you been? How's life for you these days?
Oh, it's been good. You know, a lot of things are kind of like uncertain, but I guess that's a new normal. So, you know, learning to just kind of flow with what's happening. Not taking things for granted has been like what my days have been looking like.
Yeah, and I think that's really important, no, for all of us.
Yeah,
I'm really
100%.
taking every day as it is and like not taking anything for granted, like you said. And it's true. There's a lot of uncertain things right now, but it's good to hear that you kind of have that mindset too, which is also really difficult too if you really think about it.
It's not easy.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
right? It's
hard
so
work.
hard.
Yeah, but it's really worth like, you know, the self-love and taking things lightly, holding things lightly. I think it's necessary in this new normal.
For sure. It's really, really necessary. Like, especially making the most out of every day, but also not pressuring yourself to do like too much.
You said it. Exactly.
Right? For sure. So what have you been up to these days? The last time you were here was with VJI, like you said, but what's new with you since then? What have you been up to these days?
Since then, I've been doing a lot of things that like have been like, you know, like kind of putting me out of my comfort zone a little bit, which is like interviews and promos. But like it's still very like enjoyable and seeing myself be more comfortable, like just being myself has been really interesting to see. Other than that, honestly, I just been cooking a lot.
Oh, I love that.
Cooking and meeting people that are really interesting also for some reason. That's what's been happening recently. So yeah, a little bit here and there of different things.
Yeah, I feel like that's all of us, a little bit of you know, here and there. Definitely kind of just trying to make the most out of every day. Definitely. And I would have never thought that like interviews like weren't your thing, or like something that brings you out of your comfort zone? I feel like you're very
Oh
natural too when you
yeah.
talk.
Oh,
Yeah,
I mean, I grew up in Subic, so it's like all small
yeah.
circles and like small
Oh, yeah,
tight-knit
yeah.
communities. So
Mm-hmm.
as much as like I try to be, authentically myself, there's still an
Yeah.
introverted side of me
Oh,
that's just
yeah.
like, so
Yeah.
just balancing that. And I
Mhm.
think like the key really is just to be yourself. Like don't pretend to
Yeah, I
be
agree.
anybody else. And
Mhm. Mhm.
flaws and all, like full
Mhm.
disclosure, this is me, I think
Yeah,
has been really
for sure.
fun.
Yeah, for sure. I totally get what you mean. Like, although
Hmm.
I also seem like an extrovert, I feel like I'm also introverted. I mean, I feel like everyone
Yeah,
is, in just like
I
to a
feel like
certain
yeah,
degree. Yeah, like to a
100%.
certain
Yeah.
degree. But I totally agree with what you said, like being your authentic self. That you won't have a hard time
Yes.
like,
Yeah,
concealing anything. Just put it all out
exactly.
there. That
Yeah,
shouldn't be that
and
hard. But I
it's so
love.
much lighter, it's so much
I
lighter too.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so true. It's so hard if you're pretending to be something you're not, though.
Yeah,
That
and it's
like
like
it's
not good
really
for your
difficult.
mental health to
Yes,
like
I agree.
curate a character, you know.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So see everyone, we're like talking about like life and just like, there's so many
Got to.
things. Yeah, there's so many things you can learn, obviously from other people too, like
Hmm.
talking to other
Yes,
people. And I love that
100%.
you have that kind of mindset, because in my intro a while ago I did say like you're a very empowering artist, especially
Mm.
after like when I listen to your music, I feel very empowered.
Ooh, love it.
Especially, yeah, no, and that's really important nowadays, feeling
Mhm.
empowered,
Yes. Yes,
especially as a
girl.
woman. That's
Yep.
really important, right? I mean, that's
Yes.
really, really important. And I think from what I've like, obviously before this interview, I had to research a little bit about you. That's just my way of saying I like stalked your
Mhm.
online profiles. But you're a very, very empowering woman. Like you're very, like you said,
Thank
very
you.
authentic. You put
Thank
yourself out there,
you.
which I think is just very empowering. So for you, like days, obviously it's hard, to
Mhm.
just really be your real self too, especially nowadays, especially online too. It's really difficult. So for you, like how do
Yeah.
you kind of get over that kind of like fear to put yourself out there?
There's like a variety of things that I try
Hmm.
to like practice.
Yeah.
One, I always try to remember that like what's most important is how I am in front of a person and not through
Yeah,
the
yeah,
screen. So
for
like
sure.
um I try not to like really express like too many opinions online
Mm-hmm.
or things like that, just because I'd rather have like face-to-face conversations. So that kind of
Hmm.
helps me feel more like protected in a sense online.
Hmm.
Other than that, practicing a lot of like self-love throughout the
Hmm.
years, which
Hmm.
is self-love is a discipline. It's not the whole like I'm gonna put a face mask on and like
Oh
have a
yeah.
Sunday off. Like
Hmm.
self-love is like hard work. And I
Hmm.
think when you have like a strong foundation, it's easier to just like be more authentic.
Hmm. That's so true. I love that you said self love is a discipline, because I feel like a
Hmm.
lot of times it gets reduced to like, yeah, like what you said, kind of like
Yeah.
skincare or like
Yes,
something like that. But
exactly.
it's like a whole
Mhm.
practice that I got now, and it's
Yeah.
a conscious decision in like everything
Yeah,
that we do. And I love that that's something that
100%.
you incorporate into your life, and also how you approach certain things, obviously something that we can all aspire to. But I did want to talk about
Mm.
empowering,
Mhm.
because on your newest track with Paradise Rising situation, I felt very empowered also listening to the song, but
Ooh.
also watching the video as well. But before we get to that, for you, Days, what was your reaction when they approached you with this project for Paradise Rising?
It was kind of like a funny story because
Hmm.
I'm part of a record label called
Hmm.
Tarshir. I just signed with
Yes.
them
Hmm.
early this year, and
Hmm.
they were like, "Do you want to submit a demo?" And I had a song ready situation, and I was like, "Yeah, sure." Not really thinking much of
Let's
it,
go.
and kind of just like putting good energy out there, seeing if it'll come
Mhm.
back to me. And then I think it was like a process of a couple weeks or at least like a month for like
Mhm.
screening. And I was just like being patient until one day, like, Tarshi like let me know, like, okay, girl, you're going in. I think like my reaction was just like I dropped my phone and I was just like, huh? What? So it was really just like wait, what? And then
Yeah.
I think like the following feeling was like, all right, let's
Mm-hmm.
go. Okay, like this
Mm-hmm.
is a sign. Like let's get this. So
Mm-hmm.
that was my reaction to that.
Yeah, that's so amazing. You say, just putting good energy out there and seeing if it
Yeah,
comes back to you. And it did.
yeah,
So I
yes.
love this whole
Uh,
approach that you have. Like it's just so cool to see. Obviously,
thank
because I mean
you.
that's like manifesting too, it just manifested itself
Yes.
too.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you putting yourself out there and like
Hmm.
sharing this demo, it really did come
Yeah.
back to you. And that's so
Hmm.
amazing. And now we're here talking
And
about
now we're
your track,
here. It's
right?
crazy.
Talking about with
Hmm.
Paradise Rising. So you said that
Yeah.
you already had this demo ready to go, like you already had
Yeah.
Situation. So could you tell us
Hmm.
more about the story behind Situation? Like what was it like creating the song?
You know what's crazy is I've had this song
Mhm.
kind of like in my files for a while. It's never been
Oh,
finalized, but I've had
yeah.
like the idea for a while.
Hmm. Hmm.
And it was with my producers, Felipe and Leon. And
Hmm.
when I signed with Tarshir, I
Hmm.
knew I wanted that song out, somehow.
Hmm.
So we fine-tuned it and everything. And yeah. And the song, when I wrote it, was really just about like being vulnerable and saying that
Hmm.
like I'm scared to fall in
Yeah.
love. Like
Yeah.
if I fall, will you catch me? You know?
Yeah.
And it's also like being vulnerable and admitting that like, okay, fine, I have some feelings. My feelings are being used. So I just want to let you know. But if
Hmm.
we do this, will you be there for me? It was kind of like that feeling.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Which is a very real feeling. A lot of
It
us
is.
feel
It
in
is.
that
It's a situation for
situation.
real. Yep.
Yeah, for real. Like I've been there. A lot of people have been there. You're kind of hesitant, like,
Yeah.
oh my God, is
It's
this real? Is this what it feels like?
it's a millennial love story, sis. It's
Yeah,
like
mhm, for
so it
sure.
I just wanted to kind of like catch that
Mhm,
moment in like a
mhm,
a melody and like,
mhm,
and make it kind of like a message to say like it's okay to
mhm.
be like scared to ask for
Yeah.
like
Mhm,
assistance in how you
mhm.
feel,
That's
so
true.
that's
I feel
that's
like it
the
would be
approach.
less scary if we actually I like
Yeah.
help too in that sense. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
help me understand the situation. I feel like it would be less
Exactly.
scary, right? Like based
Yeah.
on
And
my
as
experience and a lot of
mhm.
other people's experiences. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and no, as women, it's like it's so hard for us because we
Mhm.
naturally tend to like we want to know like what are
Yeah,
your
exactly.
intentions, right? Because a girl will not let herself fall if she has no
Yeah,
like confirmation. And
I
I mean,
agree.
especially women who have been like traumatized before,
Before.
there's like
Yeah.
a wall, there's a wall. And so trying to like, break through that wall is a
Hmm.
challenge sometimes.
Hmm. Definitely. And I love that you're able to
Yeah.
put all of that emotion into the song, obviously, because a
Mm.
lot of people can relate to it.
Mhm.
It's really something that really happens. A lot of us feel, especially in that, once again,
Yeah.
situation. But you
Mhm.
said that you've had this, the idea for the song for quite some time has been sitting in your files and
Mhm.
all that. So what
Mhm.
was it like actually building this song, the one that we hear now? Like, did it
Mhm.
change? Like, how different was it from the first time you actually thought of it to what we hear now?
I guess like the biggest change, if I really
Mhm.
think about it, is like my
Mhm.
confidence in singing it. I remember when I
Oh,
first
yeah.
recorded like
Mhm.
the first couple like mains of the
Mhm.
vocals. I was like, trying to record it like very shy in front of my friends
Yeah.
until I was like, I think it was kind of like a switch that like, okay, if I'm gonna
Mhm.
do this, I need to believe, I need to have conviction.
Mhm.
And I think
Mhm.
that kind of lifted the song up,
Mhm.
having that kind of delivery of like confidence. And
Mhm.
also like the layers. I'm a big
Mhm.
uh, layer fan, like I
Yeah.
love vocal production, adding
Yeah.
little bodies to different
Yeah.
places. So
Mhm.
that was, I think, the biggest change from the first attempt to now.
Mhm. I think that was one of the things that stood out to me too with the song. Like I didn't
Oh,
realize there were like a lot of layers too, because it felt very dreamy, the song
yes.
itself. And to build something like that, I can imagine does take a lot of layers to like technically speaking, right?
Yes.
And just to hear, like you said, your confidence was something that really changed. It's just so cool because obviously, like, confidence is also really hard, you know, like to have confidence in anything, but for you to own that and the song itself definitely did show, and we can hear it too in the song and situation, and we can see it in the music video too. Like I said, like the music video is very empowering.
Thank you so
for
much.
not just for me, I'm sure for a lot of people too. So what was it like actually creating the music video, and obviously, you know, translating all of that feels of the music to the video itself?
Well, when we were discussing like the video, there was like a presentation of how it's gonna look like, and like me in my mind, I'm like, okay, nice, it's gonna be cool, you know, cute little project. So I'm like, I go into the studio, and I was like, wait, there's like 30 people in here, and there's 4 different sets. I was just like, wait, this is like a job. So I think I had like a conversation with myself in the dressing room. I was like, girl, you know, you asked for this, blessing, now you got to earn this blessing. So I think like the second I was in makeup and I was like transformed, you know, I kind of just like admitted that you know, alter ego that we women have. You know, my alter ego, I call her Margarita. She's very feisty.
Oh, I love this vibe. Margarita, come on.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, girl. And just kind of like a little bit of faking it till you make it in the first couple scenes, you know, until like I got my groove. And overall it was such an enjoyable moment. I think it was probably the happiest I've ever been in my life.
Oh,
because it felt like, you know, it's like when you're a kid and like your dream is starting to take shape. And even though like you hear time and time again that a dream isn't worth it, and then it's happening before your eyes, it's honestly the most gratifying feeling ever.
Oh, I'm so killing for you, just like talk about it. No, because that's so true. It like sometimes we work so much that we don't realize stuff that we used to pray for, like it's literally happening right now.
Girl.
You know what I mean?
Like what you wanted just a few months ago is happening. Is like that is probably the craziest thing, you know.
I agree.
And really so much to be grateful for.
Yeah, for sure. And can I just say, you look amazing. Obviously you look amazing now, but also in the music video, like amazing.
Thank you.
Like
Thank
your
you so
looks
much.
were amazing, like out of this world. Like I was just like, I need to get on this, you know, I need to get on this like vibe, this look. Like it looks so good, very ethereal, very divine, like femininity, you know, that kind of thing.
And I was really repping for like women. I think like in that moment I was like, you know what, I am a woman and I embody all the women around me and all the women in the world. So like I really brought that energy in like in the scenes.
Yeah, definitely. And that's exactly why I said I felt very empowered just watching you. I was like, yes, women. Yes. Like celebrating women and all that they are. Definitely something we can see in the music video. Yeah.
Yay. I'm so glad that like that transferred. I'm really grateful.
Yeah, for sure. It's that newfound confidence too when you know, obviously created the song and the music video. I can imagine like you talking to yourself too, like when you felt a little bit overwhelmed, like, come on.
Oh yeah. And I was alone, sis. I was alone. I walked in there by myself.
Yeah. I love that. I can literally imagine it, like you just thinking, oh, like, okay, we're gonna make a music video. And then when you get there, it's like, holy crap, like there's so many people here. But you did amazing. You really pulled it off, and everything translated so well. So to everyone who's tuning in, if you haven't yet, make sure to listen to DAZE's newest song with Paradise Rising. It's called Situation. You guys can check it out on multiple digital streaming platforms, and you can check out the amazing, very beautiful music video. It's also available on 88 Rising's YouTube channel. So how does it feel like, DAZE? Has it sunk in for you yet? Like you've worked with Paradise Rising, your videos on 88 Rising's YouTube.
I know,
like, your music is not just growing here in the Philippines, but all around the world.
All over. I mean, you know, it's really like it's one of those moments, I'm not gonna lie, it feels like divine timing.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, okay, as much as, you know, I'm still kind of in shock and not really sure like that it's happening. There's a sense of me that's kind of excited to see what else I could do and how much
Mm-hmm.
further I can push, you know, with my
Mm-hmm.
artistry. So I think more than anything, this was kind of like a sign that I'm doing it something right. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of just taking that with me and excited for what else is to come.
Yeah, definitely. And you just
Mhm.
putting this amazing energy out there. It's no surprise that it's coming back to you, and we can't wait for,
Mm.
all of the beautiful and amazing things that you're going to be doing in the future also with your music. So what else can
Mhm.
we expect coming from you days, especially after this release?
I have a couple more singles on the way, maybe a couple music videos. But
Oh.
what I'm really excited for is
Mhm.
to finally start the process of creating like a body of work, like a full EP of that is like holistically and sonically,
Yes.
like as a group is just really solid. And
Mhm.
yeah, just experimenting and exploring my musicality in different ways. And yeah, that's what I'm really most excited for. But definitely a couple more singles that is on the way.
Oh, that sounds so exciting. That's just, I'm very excited for everything that you have
Thank
planned
you
and
so
everything that you
much.
want to do. After like talking to you now, like you have such amazing
Mhm.
energy and it's very
Oh,
inspiring
thank
to hear.
you.
So I can't wait for you to share more of that with us through your music, obviously,
Hmm.
and everything else that you have planned in the future.
Hmm.
But for now, obviously, we were going to listen to Situation once again to everyone tuning in. If you haven't yet, make sure to stream Situation by Days. It's on Semi Lucid 2 by Paradise Rising. But before I let you go, Days, do you have a message to everyone who's been supporting your music and everyone who's so excited for everything else that you have in store for us?
You know, thank you is an understatement, but I think more than that, like I'm just really excited to bring you guys with me on this journey and see where it takes us, takes all of us, you know. Um, and uh, anytime you guys need like someone to talk to or something, I don't know, you know, I'm just a DM away, I guess. Let me
Mhm.
know what you guys have going on in your lives. I'd love to get to know each and every one of you.
Oh, I love this energy so much. And, we can't wait, like I said, Days, for everything that you have planned for everyone. And I can't wait to see how your energy is going to be shared with all of us through your music.
Thank
So, to
you.
everyone,
Thank
once again,
you.
if you haven't yet, make sure to stream Days' music, especially her newest song off of Semi Lucent 2 by Paradise Rising. It's called Situation. But thank you so much, Days, for joining us once
Thanks,
again here on
Sam.
Mix.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for
Thank
having
you.
me. This was so
Of
fun.
course. It was so much fun. Thank you so much. I feel,
Thank
this
you.
girl connection right now. So
Yes,
thank you
yes.
for joining
Thank
us. But thank
you.
you as well to everyone who tuned into this exclusive
Thank
interview. Once
you.
again, this has been Sam with Tums and Days. Thanks, guys.
Bye, everybody.